The rain pounded against the windows of the old Victorian house in suburban Seattle, but inside the storm was just beginning. Margaret slammed the door to her study, her hands trembling as she clutched the crumpled letter she'd found hidden in Olivia's drawer. "How could you?" she whispered to the empty room, her mind reeling from the words that confessed a love so forbidden in her world, a love between her adopted daughter and another woman. Olivia had always been the quiet one, the girl Margaret rescued from a dingy foster home at age 8, her big green eyes wide with fear and hope. Now at 25, those eyes held secrets that threatened to unravel everything Margaret had built. The letter was addressed to Catherine, another of Margaret's 5 adopted daughters, detailing stolen kisses and whispered promises under the cover of night. Margaret's heart pounded. She had raised them as sisters, poured her soul into giving them a family, and this was the betrayal? She sank into her armchair, the weight of the discovery pressing down like an invisible force. How had she missed the signs? The lingering glances at dinner, the late-night talks that stretched into dawn, the way Olivia's face lit up when Catherine entered the room. Margaret thought back to her own youth. Strict Catholic upbringing in a small Midwest town where love was defined in black and white, man and woman, no exceptions. She'd fled that life, moved to the progressive West Coast, adopted these girls to create a haven from judgment. But now, judgment stared back from within her own home. Olivia paced in her room upstairs, unaware of the storm brewing below. Her mind was a whirlwind of emotions, guilt, fear, but mostly an overwhelming love that refused to be silenced. Catherine wasn't just a sister. She was the one who understood the scars from their shared past, the abandonment by biological parents who deemed them unworthy. Olivia remembered the day they first confessed their feelings, 2 years ago, in the backyard under the cherry blossoms. "This could destroy everything," Olivia had said, her voice breaking. But Catherine's kiss had erased the doubts, at least for a moment. Down the hall, Catherine sat on her bed, staring at her phone. She was the bold one, the artist with a fire that Margaret had always admired. At 24, Catherine had turned her pain into paintings that sold in local galleries, but her heart belonged to Olivia. The secrecy gnawed at her. She wanted to shout it from the rooftops, but the fear of Margaret's reaction held her back. What if their mother saw them as freaks? What if the family splintered? Catherine's thoughts raced. "I've fought for everything in life. Why should love be any different? But the cost. Oh, the cost." Margaret's phone buzzed, pulling her from her daze. It was a text from her doctor. "Test results in. Call me ASAP." Her hand froze. The lump she'd found weeks ago, could it be? She pushed the thought aside. She had to confront this first. Marching upstairs, she knocked on Olivia's door. "We need to talk," she said, her voice steady but laced with accusation. Olivia opened the door, her face paling at Margaret's expression. "Mom? What's wrong?" Margaret thrust the letter forward. "This. Explain this." Olivia's world tilted. She grabbed the doorframe for support, her mind screaming denials even as truth burned in her chest. I love her, Mom. Catherine and I were in love." The words hung in the air like a guillotine. Margaret stepped back, her face a mask of shock and hurt. "In love? You're sisters. I raised you together. This isn't right. It's unnatural." Olivia's eyes filled with tears. "We're not blood related. And love isn't something you can dictate. We've tried to fight it, but it's real." Catherine, hearing the raised voices, rushed in. "Mom, please. Let us explain." Margaret whirled on her. "Explain? You've lied to me, hidden this behind my back. After everything I've done. Sacrificing my career, my savings, to give you girls a life. And this is how you repay me." The argument escalated, voices overlapping in a cacophony of pain. Olivia defended their bond. Catherine pleaded for understanding, but Margaret's walls were up, fortified by years of societal conditioning she thought she'd escaped. Deep down, doubt crept in. Was she wrong? Or were they? As the night wore on, the house felt smaller, the air thicker with unspoken regrets. Margaret retreated to her room, locking the door. Alone, she wept, questioning every decision. Had her kindness created this chaos? The girls she'd saved, Olivia, Catherine, and the other 3, Sophia, Elena, and Mia, were her world. But now cracks appeared. Olivia and Catherine huddled together in the living room, whispering plans. "We have to tell the others," Olivia said. "They deserve to know." Catherine nodded, but fear twisted her gut. Sophia, the eldest at 27, was fiercely protective, married to a man from their church group. Elena, 23, was the rebel, already out as bisexual but keeping it low-key. Mia, the youngest at 21, was still finding her way. The next morning, Margaret called a family meeting. Her face was drawn, the doctor's call still unreturned. "Girls, something's happened," she began, her voice cracking. Sophia arrived first, her husband in tow, oblivious to the tension. Elena slouched in, earbuds dangling. Mia bounced down the stairs, sensing the gravity. Olivia took a deep breath. "Catherine and I are together. As a couple." Silence exploded into chaos. Sophia gasped. "What? But your family." Elena smirked. "About time you admitted it. I've known for months." Mia blinked, confused. "Wait, like girlfriends?" Margaret interrupted. "This isn't a celebration. It's a problem." The room divided. Sophia sided with Margaret, invoking religious arguments. Elena defended, sharing her own struggles. Mia wavered, torn between loyalty and curiosity. Olivia's inner turmoil boiled. "Why can't they see our happiness? We've suffered enough, abandonment, foster care horrors. This love heals us." Catherine squeezed her hand, thinking, "If we lose the family, at least we have each other." But is that enough? As accusations flew, Margaret's phone rang again. The doctor. She ignored it, but the seed of her own crisis grew. How could she face her health scare alone if the family fell apart? The meeting ended in stalemate, each retreating to process. Margaret wondered if her rigid views were the real enemy. Olivia and Catherine stole a moment. Their kiss a defiant spark in the darkness. But shadows loomed. Sophia's husband whispered prejudices. Elena plotted support. Mia questioned her own identity. The family teetered on the brink. Days blurred into a tense standoff in the house that once echoed with laughter. Margaret avoided eye contact with Olivia and Catherine, her mind a battlefield of love and doctrine. She finally returned the doctor's call, her voice hushed in the kitchen. "Cancer? Stage 2. The words hit like a freight train. Breast cancer. Treatable. But the treatments would drain her body and soul. Who would care for her if the girls turned away? She hadn't told them yet. The secret weighed heavier than their romance. In her quiet moments, Margaret reflected. I've given them everything: roof, education, unconditional love. Or was it conditional? Deep down, she feared her reaction stemmed from societal echoes, not her heart. Olivia noticed Margaret's pallor, but attributed it to their fallout. She buried herself in work at the local bookstore, stacking shelves while her thoughts raced. How can Mom reject us? We're not hurting anyone. But the guilt gnawed. Maybe we are, tearing the family apart. Catherine channeled her pain into art, painting furious strokes of red and black, symbolizing the blood ties that bound and wounded. We can't hide forever, she told Olivia one night, curled up in secret. But coming out means risking everything. Sophia confronted them privately. This is wrong, she hissed. Think about Mom. She's not young anymore. This stress could kill her. Olivia fired back. Our love isn't stress, your judgment is. The exchange left Sophia reeling. Married young to escape her past, she envied their freedom but clung to her beliefs. What if they're right? She wondered. But no, tradition anchors me. Elena pulled Mia aside. You seeing this? Mom and Soph are stuck in the past. I'm by, you know. It's okay to question. Mia nodded, her mind swirling. Adopted at 5, she'd always felt different. Watching Olivia and Catherine's quiet affection stirred something in her. Envy? Attraction? She pushed it down, fearing more chaos. Margaret's first chemo session loomed, but she kept it hidden, driving alone to the clinic. The nausea hit hard, but harder was the isolation. Back home, she overheard Olivia and Catherine arguing softly. We should move out, Catherine said. Give Mom space. Olivia hesitated. But she's our mom. What if she needs us? Margaret's heart twisted. They still care. But pride held her tongue. Tension peaked at dinner. Sophia brought up church counseling. It could help you see the light. Catherine snapped. The light? You mean repression? Words escalated into shouts. Mia burst into tears. Stop. We're family. Elena jumped in, revealing her own orientation. I'm bi, Mom. Does that make me wrong too? Margaret's face crumpled. 3 of them? Olivia, Catherine, and now Elena? The room spun. I need time, she stammered, fleeing to her room. Alone, she broke down. My girls, my purpose. But this world moves too fast. Am I the villain? Olivia followed, knocking gently. Mom, please. We love you. Through the door, Margaret whispered. I love you too. But this. It's hard. The confession cracked the ice. Over the next weeks, dialogues emerged, awkward, painful, but honest. Margaret shared snippets of her youth, the shame imposed by her parents. Sophia struggled most, her marriage straining under the revelations. Her husband pushed for distance, but she resisted, thinking, family first, right? Mia confided in Elena. I think I might like girls too. Elena hugged her. Welcome to the club, kid. But shadows deepened. Margaret's health declined. She collapsed one evening, the chemo's toll evident. The girls rushed her to the hospital. Why didn't you tell us? Olivia demanded. Margaret wept. I didn't want to burden you with everything. Catherine held her hand. We're here. Always. In the sterile room, truths poured out. Margaret admitted her fears stemmed from protection, not hate. I want you happy, but society. It's cruel. Olivia nodded. We know. But hiding hurts more. Sophia arrived, eyes red. I'm sorry. I was scared. Elena's revelation bonded them closer. Mia, emboldened, shared her confusion. As Margaret recovered, the family navigated therapy. But cracks lingered. Sophia's husband issued an ultimatum. Distance or divorce. Sophia chose family, but the betrayal stung. He was supposed to love me unconditionally. Catherine reflected. Love's price is high, but worth it? Highs and lows intertwined. Olivia proposed to Catherine in the backyard, a quiet affair with family present. Margaret teared up, blessing them despite inner conflicts. But society intruded. Neighbors whispered, church friends shunned. Mia faced bullying at college after coming out. Elena fought back, organizing support groups. We won't hide. Margaret's cancer went into remission, but the battle changed her. She advocated quietly, questioning her morals. Yet a final twist loomed. Sophia discovered her husband's affair, hypocrisy unveiled. She confronted him. You judged them, but you're the cheater? The divorce papers signed, Sophia moved back home, humbled. Olivia thought, forgiveness? Or justice? The family healed, but scars remained. Love triumphed, but at what cost? Remission brought relief, but the emotional wounds festered like hidden infections. Margaret attended her first support group for parents of LGBTQ+ children, her hands clasped tightly in her lap. The stories echoed her own. Fear, loss, eventual acceptance. Driving home, she pondered. Have I truly accepted? Or am I just tolerating? Olivia and Catherine planned their wedding, small and intimate, but the guest list sparked debates. Invite Aunt Clara? Olivia asked. Margaret hesitated. She's traditional. Might cause drama. Catherine sighed. Hiding again? The decision weighed heavy. They invited her, bracing for fallout. Sophia, newly single, threw herself into helping. I'll plan the decorations, she offered, masking her loneliness. Inside, she envied their certainty. My marriage was a facade, built on expectations, not truth. Elena dated openly, bringing a girlfriend home. Meet Jess, she said casually. Margaret smiled stiffly. Nice to meet you. Later, alone, she journaled. Another one. Am I failing as a mother? Mia explored her identity, kissing a girl at a party. The rush thrilled her, but guilt followed. What if I'm just confused? Family dinners became battlegrounds of progress. One night, Sophia snapped at Elena's PDA. Tone it down, Mom's here. Elena retorted. Why? Straight couples don't hide. Margaret mediated. We're learning. Patience. But patience frayed. Olivia's job suffered. Colleagues whispered after she mentioned her fiancé. Catherine's art gallery pulled her pieces, citing controversial themes. The setbacks fueled inner monologues. Olivia, why fight for a world that hates us? Catherine, because surrender means they win. Aunt Clara's RSVP arrived, declined with a note. I love you, but I can't condone this lifestyle. Margaret crumpled it. My own sister. The rejection stung, echoing their abandonments. Olivia comforted her. Her loss. Wedding day approached amid tension. Mia confided in Olivia. I'm scared to come out fully. Olivia hugged her. Take your time. We're here. Sophia helped with dresses, tears in her eyes. You two look beautiful. But her ex-husband's harassment escalated. Texts, calls, threats to expose family sins. Elena hacked his social media. Petty revenge. He deserves it. Margaret disapproved. Two wrongs. The moral quandary divided them. Olivia, justice requires action. Catherine, but at what ethical cost? The ceremony was poignant. Vows exchanged under the cherry tree. Margaret walked them down the aisle, her pride warring with remnants of doubt. Guests applauded, but absent faces haunted. Society's shadow loomed. Post-wedding, bliss was short-lived. Mia's college expelled her for immoral conduct after photos surfaced. Outraged, the family sued. Elena led the charge. Fight back. Legal battles drained savings. Margaret mortgaged the house. For my girls. Sophia's ex leaked stories to tabloids. Headlines screamed. Foster family fractured by lesbian affairs. Reporters camped outside. Olivia shielded Catherine. This is hell. Inner turmoil peaked. Margaret questioned. Did my kindness invite this scrutiny? Catherine doubted. Is love worth the destruction? But unity strengthened. They held a press conference, sharing stories of resilience. Public opinion shifted. Some supported, others vilified. Elena's girlfriend left, overwhelmed. Too much drama. Elena broke down. Everyone leaves. Mia rallied. Not us. Healing sessions deepen bonds. Margaret admitted. I was wrong to judge. Love is love. Sophia explored therapy, discovering suppressed attractions. Maybe I'm not straight. The confession shocked but liberated. Olivia, another layer. Family evolving. Crises mounted. Margaret's cancer returned aggressive. Round 2, she joked weakly. The girls circled wagons. Olivia quit her job to caretake. Catherine sold art for medical bills. Sophia dated a woman secretly. Elena advocated nationally. Mia graduated, proud and out. But the toll was immense. Friendships lost, finances ruined, health battered. In quiet nights, reflections. Was the truth worth the pain? Olivia held Catherine. Yes. Every scar. The family endured, transformed by fire. The recurrence hit harder, chemo sessions leaving Margaret frail and reflective. She lay in bed, watching her daughters orbit like planets around a dimming sun. Olivia administered meds. Her touch gentle but her mind stormy. How much more can we take? She thought. Our love sparked this, but Mom's illness amplifies everything. Catherine cooked meals, her artist hands now practical. She whispered to Olivia, we're strong together. But doubt crept. If Mom dies, will blame fall on us? Sophia, embracing her truth, came out to the family. I'm seeing someone, a woman. Margaret smiled faintly. I'm happy for you, dear. Elena cheered. 4 out of 5, Mom, you're outnumbered. Mia laughed, but tension lingered. The lawsuit against Mia's college dragged on, lawyers' fees mounting. Public backlash intensified. Protests outside the house, signs reading protect traditional families. Olivia confronted a protester. This is our home. Police intervened, but the fear seeded paranoia. Inner conflicts raged. Margaret, have I protected them enough? Or exposed them to hate? Sophia, my ex's revenge. Did I invite it by marrying wrong? A breakthrough came in therapy. The counselor probed. What if acceptance starts within? Margaret confessed her deepest fear. I worry they're damned, Old teachings die hard. Olivia hurt but understood. We're not. Love isn't sin. Dialogues evolved into understanding. Catherine shared. Our bond saved us from past traumas. Elena added. Coming out freed me. Mia, it gave me courage. Sophia. It awakened me. Margaret wept. You've taught me more than I've taught you. But reality bit. Medical bills forced selling the house, their sanctuary. Packing unearthed memories. Old photos, adoption papers. Olivia found her letter, the catalyst. Remember this? Catherine nodded. The start of us. They moved to a smaller apartment in the city, closer-knit. Society's pressure persisted. Job losses, social isolation. Elena started a podcast, sharing their story. Listeners responded, support poured in, crowdfunding eased debts. But hate mail arrived. Threats. Catherine panicked. What if they hurt us? Olivia resolved. We stand tall. Sophia's new relationship blossomed, but her girlfriend's family rejected her. Echoes of their pain. Mia's lawsuit won, a precedent set. Celebration was muted. Margaret's health waned. In hospice she gathered them. I'm proud. You faced the world bravely. Tears flowed. Olivia. You gave us that strength. Catherine. We love you. Regrets surfaced. Margaret. I wish I'd accepted sooner. Sophia. I wish I'd seen my truth earlier. Elena. I wish society changed faster. Mia. I wish no one suffered. Margaret passed peacefully, surrounded by love. Grief united them. Funeral drew allies and adversaries. Olivia eulogized. Mom built us from broken pieces. Her legacy, unconditional love. Post-loss, they navigated new normals. Olivia and Catherine adopted a child, full circle. Sophia married her girlfriend. Elena became an activist. Mia pursued law, fighting discrimination. But scars reminded, betrayals, losses, awakenings. In quiet moments, they pondered the costs, family rifts mended but at great price. Society evolved slowly, their story a ripple. Years after Margaret's passing, the sisters gathered annually at her grave, cherry blossoms falling like gentle reminders. Olivia, now 35, held Catherine's hand, their adopted daughter playing nearby. Mom would love this, Olivia said, her voice thick with emotion. Catherine nodded. She came around. That's what matters. Sophia arrived with her wife, their rings glinting. Life's better now, less judgment. Elena, a prominent advocate, shared news. My bill passed, protections for foster LGBTQ+ youth. Mia, a lawyer, beamed. We won another case. But reflections turned inward. Olivia, was our coming out selfish? Mom's stress, did it hasten her end? Catherine, no. Truth liberates, even if painful. Sophia, my denial hurt everyone. Awakening cost my marriage, but gained authenticity. Elena, society's the villain, we paid for their prejudices. Mia, I found myself, but lost innocence. Debates lingered. Right choices? Wrong turns? Their story inspired others, books, talks. Yet personal tolls. Lingering health issues fractured friendships. Olivia and Catherine's marriage endured trials, parenting amid bias. Sophia's blended family thrived. Elena's activism burned her out, but she persisted. Mia's cases exhausted her soul. Answers varied. Yes for freedom. No for pain inflicted. Society shifted. More acceptance, but pockets of hate remained. They volunteered at shelters, honoring Margaret, helping abandoned girls. One girl reminded Olivia of herself, scared, hopeful. We'll give you a home, she promised. Cycle continued. Kindness amid chaos. As they parted, questions hung. Did we choose correctly? The wind whispered unresolved. In the end, their bonds unbreakable, forged in fire. But one lingering query. Was forcing societal change through personal sacrifice morally right, or a necessary evil that blurred ethical lines?